Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to Real Talk. I am GGJ, you are you, this is Real Talk, this is awesome, welcome back. I've been so freaking hyped over the last week. Lots happened in Paladins, I'm really looking forward to it. But first up, we've got the patch notes, patch 13. Right, so a couple of things happened. We go on with that first before we move on. Payload got some fixes into it, which is good. You know, capture point and has spawned and all that sort of messages and stuff like that. What else was there? Oh yeah, main menu and settings, that got all changed and everything like that. Got tutorial videos now, I do believe. Game mode voting. What else? Oh yeah, the game mode vote. Siege only was actually taken out of the game, which is kind of good because I wasn't a fan of it. And I know a lot of people weren't, and I think it was the least played, so therefore Hirez just yanked it and said, right, we've got our four, our main played games, which is survival, capture, and siege. Only thing that, matters. Payload, and of course, the random bit, which you could pick anything. Right, beacon. Right, so things in the competitive scene right now are pretty high. We're back up. We've got competitive mode back where we can scrim each other. Temple ruins only. And, I am thoroughly looking forward to this because we've got it. I am. We're here, Everything is back to normal. We've got scrimming. And it was so good to see the Discord channel. Looking for scrim. Oh, it was like spammed. Oh, I couldn't... after having like 2 weeks of nothing, we got it back, and as someone who owns a team and is part of the community and stuff, I really was like a sigh of relief. And I you know what, I dare say it was the same for many others as well. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the beacon as I've got something in my eye. Right, beacons. Added the pickup drop beacon keybind to the keybinds menu, right? So you can change the key binding to whatever you want, right? Added better message around major events to friendly and enemy beacons, right? That's fine. Added better audio and visual feedback when using beacons. After being destroyed by an enemy, beacons will reset at the base after a respawn time. Now, I think it's 15 seconds. I may be wrong. Correct me if you do know. Leave a comment below. I haven't actually timed it. What else was there? Stealth grass no longer causes an enemy beacon to be hidden, which is kind of cool. You see a little health bar, little red health bar, and that's really good. You can actually see it through walls as well. Fixed an issue in which the beacon icon and health bar showed up in survival game mode. And they also, fixed an issue where beacons were taking double damage from enemy fire. I didn't experience that myself, but a lot of people complained about it, and obviously that had to be changed, and they fixed that. What else in the general patch notes? There was a lot of balance updates. We'll go over Barrack's rifle reduced damage from 370 to 360. Oh, 375 to 360. Sorry, I remember, I've got it here. I'm just going through my notes. I'm like, did I get it right? Yeah. Buck shrapnel cannon reduced damage from 60 to 52 per hit, which means that's a big nerf. Lots of nerfs coming out. Right, Evie. Cassie. Scout now reveals stealth. So, activates Scout. Sky is hidden. Guess what? You're seen. Right, Evie. Blink. Now performs in the first person. I don't actually understand what that means. Like, first person, like, you're viewing as the person? So when you blink? I don't know. Right, reduce pre-fire delay from 0.4 to 0.2 seconds, which means more... not a reduction, but it's... Well, I guess it is a reduction, actually, isn't it? Yeah. Ice Block, increased duration from 2 seconds to 3 seconds. Ice Storm, increased damage from 50 to 150 per hit. That is a massive buff! Okay, that's huge, just so you know. 50 at 100, that's big. Right, reduce the size of the inner projectile by 60%, ensuring that the storm now gets stuck on corners less often, so it doesn't get clamped against a wall or something. So that's really good. Reduce movement slow from 60% to 50%, so it's only half. And I don't think there was any more. Obviously, the chain lightning, Grok stuff. There wasn't actually many other noticeable changes to characters and champs, but I just wanted to run through that really quick because I thought some of those were pivotal points in the competitive scene that needed to be highlighted. Right, moving on. Paladinsworld. Hirez. Let's have a butchers here then. What did they do? So, Hirez announced, finally, competitive announcement, right? Paladins preseason open bracket tournament series. Hallelujah. Oh my bloody god. We've been waiting for this forever. Oh my god. Where's this been? Right? They said it was coming. We got it. Finally. Right, so Hirez is happy to announce that we are partnering up with Paladinsworld to bring you a pre-season open bracket series, right? It's a weekly tournament for NA and EU, $1,000 split between, so we get €500 for EU, $500 for NA, or whatever it may be. I hope it's euros because, you know, otherwise, if it's $500 for EU, we're taking less. Did you think about that, Hirez? Did you? Did you? Anyway, so this will happen on the 13th and 14th. So I'm assuming NA first, EU on the Sunday, just like Hirez always do it, Saturday and the Sunday. God, I hope so. Of course, there will be no spectator mode. Cute, cry. This is going to run up till the pre-qualifier tournaments, which means it's going to run up until you start the road to the 100k. So NA and EU with 1,000 prize pool. Just want to make sure I've got this right. So regions along to cash prize and will have in-game crystal prizing available. So top 3 teams get prizing of crystals and money. Is that correct? I might have got that wrong. In fact, I don't think they've actually listed it here. I may be wrong. I haven't actually got all the information to hand. Couldn't get hold of anybody on Hirez at the present time. I usually go to Chaos Stick and say, wait, is this correct? Or someone like that. But no, it's not Chaos Stick. I've only now started dealing with Chaos Stick. He's the community manager, by the way. If you're on Discord, make sure you send him lots of hearts and love because he's awesome. Yeah, this has been, well, it was first announced in December, November time. I do believe in December, something like that. Anyway, and you know, the 100k was, everybody was hyped. It was awesome. We were getting all the teams and the competitive, and it was like, oh my god. So here we are. We finally got it, and that is next weekend. Slight problem, it's Valentine's Day next weekend. Sunday. EU. Okay, Hirez. I love you, I do. But if I miss Valentine's Day to make sure my team's into a tournament, which is prize money tournament, I'm going to be divorced before I'm married. Okay? I'm taking her out, somewhere nice, for all of you people wondering. I'm taking her out to dinner and all that stuff, and all the good stuff. But I really want to watch tournament. I want to play. Oh, so much. I've been waiting for this for freaking ages, and I've been harping on about it in Discord, and people have got to the point where they just, Jay, shut up. Just shut up. And you put it on fucking Valentine's Day. Are you... No! I can't believe it. And you know what, Nikki, I love you, but you know, I really, really want to see this. I just want to see the amount of teams that sign up. I want it. I want to see a bracket of 32. I really do. Both regions, NA, EU, 32, filled up to the brim of teams. And that, to me, is like, if I see that, that's you know, that's, yes, I'll have some of that. Bring it on. I love it. I think, you know, if we can get a bracket of 32 in each region, that's it. You've solicited, and that's only for $500, 500 euros, whatever. You've solidified yourself in esports, straight up. That's it. Paladins is going to be set. It's going to be set in stone. What I want to see from Paladinsworld, though, is what they were doing on their community tournament when there was no prizing or anything, is to come out with stats like 2 days later, what tier S, A, B, C, D, whatnot, who did the MVPs, who last the longest games. So I want to see that. We get them sort of stats. Wow. Not only that, I can then take that. I mean, just me being greedy. I can then take them stats, and I've got a nice whole analytic thing for Real Talk, and that's going to come up later on in the show. But yeah, I want that. I do. A 32 bracket, both regions. Come on, don't let me down, community. Come on, don't let me down. This is something I want. If you're fresh and you just want to come out and you're level 1, I don't care. Form a team. Go play. Literally, go play. Right, NA, a lot of teams forming from what I can tell, and this is looking to be a very strong region. I cannot wait to see what comes out of the North America scene. There's been a lot of changes to the game, like Ruckus is now in both regions rather than just NA. NA had it first, and even with the switch over to like its ultimate, with Ruckus's ultimate and stuff like that. He's still now only being played, and Eevee's now competitive. Thank the Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All hail Dry Bear. Mwah. Thank you. But she feels different. No illusions. It fit to me. I'm like level 15, level 16, or even higher with Eevee, and No Illusions just feels so weird. And like the whole legendary first sort of thing. I think we should go back to speciality and work it way out like that. But that's just me. Maybe they'll change it around before release. I don't know. But right now, the card system's working. You get your free cards and all that stuff at the beginning and stuff. But NA's definitely looking strong. They're bringing out... There's so many teams forming. They're not actually scrimming. But the only way I tell this is by Discord. And like you load up Discord and you see. Now, back to basics. I think they're still together. Yeah, they are. Like, I don't actually have many people that tell me stuff about NA, which is sad. I wish you... So if you're on NA and you keep up with the NA competitive scene and you want to be involved with Real Talk and feed me some data on the NA scene, please do. I'd love to report on the NA scene. Shout out to Salt Lake. I do believe, is that what they called? They called it something. Let me just... I want to go for this. I want you guys to check this out because I do the EU coverage and stuff like that, and I do it a lot, and people know what I do. But I really want you guys to check out these people, and it is Sunken City Soul, right? Check these guys out. I hold shift, and what is it? I forgot the guy's other name. It's I hold shift. I know that much. I forgot the other guys. Forgive me, please. I like I said, I tried to watch it because it's on late and whatnot, but big fan of them. Really, bringing production together and making it. Check that Twitch channel. I'm going to put a link in it. It is twitch.tv/I hold shift. Check him out. Great. Really is a great bloke. I never spoke to him or nothing, but it's just what they're bringing to the community, and that's the sort of thing I do, and I appreciate it. This means I can actually sit down and watch a show, and I can enjoy it rather than having to sit down, watch myself, and think, the fuck am I talking about? Shut up, Jay. I get to sit down and watch a show, and that, to me, there's a mutual respect there, and I think these guys deserve all of... So if you can go give them likes, give them shares, Google plus it, all that sort of stuff, make sure these guys get seen, because I really want the NA scene to have that sort of awareness that the competitive scene is here. This is what we are. I want Paladins to go far. I really do. And for people to come out and start doing shows and stuff, I do it all the time. I'm known for doing it, but these guys, they're new to it and they've just started up, and I want you guys to go and give these guys some love and much respect to it, and of course to you, the community, because you guys absolutely freaking rock. Mwah, love ya. Right, moving on. What have we got next? Fate filler tournaments. Right. Whenever there's not a Paladins World tournament, right, so say there's going to be a break now. I was going to hold one this weekend, but we can't because we're not going to get many sign-ups. We're not. Plus, I've got no one to do the NA sign-up. And I was going to do midweek tournaments just for the community, no prize pools or anything, where you can just come in and it's dedicated for people in the competitive scene, where you can just come in. You do best of threes, right? Everything goes, whatever you want to do, beacons, all that sort of stuff. Go in, and you use it as scrimming. This way, you've got dedicated, you can go in, and you're 100% going to play a best of three, no matter what. And you can just continue going on if you win and whatnot. We're going to do that on Wednesdays. We're going to make another real talk about that specifically, because I want to go into a lot of detail and prizes and stuff that I've got lined up for that, because I've got... where's it gone? There you go, over here. I've got a ton of Bloody Tech gaming gear. Here we go. These are the wireless mouses that you can receive. Tons of these. The winning team was going to get these. Put that over there. Winning team was going to get some of them and stuff. But like I said, I'm going to make a special, I'll call it a special real talk or whatever, and we'll go over the bits and bobs there. Right. I've been waiting to say it. I've been wanting to release this. I draw my inspiration from past videos of what other people have done on esports. Now, bearing in mind, it's always League of Legends and Dota 2. Now, I'm an esports fanatic. Pardon the pun, but I am. I watch every esport I know. Down from Rocket League streams to League of Legends, Dota 2, Call of Duty, Team Fortress 2. I watched the old streams of that. And I got to thinking, all these videos going out and all these live casts, Hirez only has the SWC sort of thing, and it just highlights Smite. So I'm thinking, you know what, I want to do something for the community and for the company, excuse me, that I've been involved with all the way back since Tribes Ascend. So I'm going to be creating, with the permission of Hirez, I forward this onto all the boys at Hirez. I've got quite a lot of contacts there, and you know what, the Hirez, they are brilliant. They really are. They said, Jamie, whatever you need, if we can help you, fine. And I could show you. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all the emails and stuff, but they are so open about it. And I thought to myself, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do it. So I went to my local university. It's just down the road, West Suffolk. And sorry, I coughing and spluttering everywhere. I've got this cold and I cannot shift it, and my throat is killing me. Anyway, I went down to the uni, and they've got like a media section where they like video editing. People want to go into like TV production and stuff. And I thought, right, I'll pitch the idea to them, and they were like, hell yeah. And it was funny, and I don't class myself as famous. I don't class myself with any of that crap. It's not something I'm interested in. But there was a guy, and it is just a quick story offshoot. In the media, he goes, "Hey, I know you." I'm sorry, and I'm sitting there going, "What?" I'd already spoke to him about it, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I know who you." And I'm like, "You do? Hi, sorry, Jamie. Nice to meet you." You know, shook his hand and said, and then like this sort of like real, you know, when someone has that realization sort of shock. You're GGJ. I'm like, that's creepy. Like, I've never had that, and I have it like when we go to events and stuff. That's like insomnias and stuff like that. People know me from what I did for the Minecraft and all that sort of stuff, and they still watch my old videos, which is weirder. But and he knew who I was, and I was like, that's kind of weird, because like there's someone in my local area that knows who I am and what I do, and like what I'm trying to promote and help. And it turns out he's part of the community. You know, he's part of the Paladins community. He's been playing Paladins. He's like level 20 or something. He said, "Yeah, I'm looking for a team and all this stuff." And like they were so open, they jumped on board, and he was like, "Yeah, this is." And he goes, "Oh wow, I'm gonna be working with you, Jay. This is kind of cool." And that was my first sort of. I'm not going to say claim to fame, because I don't feel that sort of crap's necessary. All I want to do is give to the community and help the community grow and stuff. And I don't feel. What's the word? You know, I'm not into being famous or anything. It's nothing like that. I make videos because I want to make videos. Sometimes they're shit. Let's face it, some of my videos are complete trash. But sometimes I make that video and I'm like, I made that. Yeah, I like that, you know, and I really enjoy doing it. And I'll continue to do it until the day I feel like I'm not needed anymore, you know. But... Anyway, he knew who I was, and he shook my hand, and he was all excited about like working with me and stuff. And he goes, "I remember your streams you used to do," and I was like, "Which ones?" Because I've been streaming for years. And then I thought to myself, "What's he on about?" And then he turns around and he said, "Oh yeah, remember you used to do a 3v3 with Bloody Tech and Hirez. You used to do 3v3 tournaments, and you gave out all these prizes, and you gave away a PC and all this stuff." And I was like, "Dude, that was years ago." And it turns out he'd been a follower from way back when, when I started Smite back in the alpha days. And I used to stream it when they released it for streaming, and we did the 3v3 tournaments. And I'm thinking, that's 2-3 years ago now. That's a long time ago. But anyway, to cut the story short, he enjoyed it, and I pitched everything what I wanted to do, and then he said, "Yeah, we're done. Let's go." And Hirez said, "Right, Jamie, this is what we can do. You tell us what you need from us, and we'll make sure you have it." And he goes, "Whatever footage, media stuff you need, we'll give it to you." I was like, "What?" Just like that. You're just gonna give it to me. And turns out that they've got this whole media server filled with everything they've ever done for SWC, all the way back down to pre-season 1 and stuff. And You know, we've got access to it, and we're going to use that sort of footage, what they've done, because obviously their quality is a hell of a lot better than what I'm going to be able to produce, and you know, I'm very grateful. I am, and I just so it's really surreal to me that, you know, a company like Hirez would just jump on board and said, yeah, here, let's do it. I'm like, what? You know, and next step is, because I want to, the idea of the documentary is to highlight Hirez and the way their fun-filled factor of Hirez, right? Like, if you, those of you back in the early days of Smite, you'll remember that they used to sit there, Bart and Kelly with their silly hats and everything and all that sort of stuff, and they just have fun. You can tell the company, everybody enjoys what they do, and I think that's something that's so important in this industry. If you're not having fun doing this, you can't create that content that you know the public wants, that your community wants, because you're not enjoying it, they're not going to enjoy it. If you've enjoyed putting your heart and soul into it and you're like, love it. And Hirez, this is what drew me to Hirez, because they were like this back in the Tribes day. Trust me, they were. They haven't changed. They're still as wacky and crazy as ever. And, you know, to me, I followed them from day one, and I haven't stopped. Honestly, I think it's really good, and I've watched all the communities grow. The Tribes Ascend, its highs, its lows, Smite, and its continuous growth. You know, the third biggest. Hell, it's becoming big. All right, there's, I dare say, million plus players, if not more, millions of players playing Smite now. I mean, it looks so good, and I'm really proud to be a part of that. And now with Paladins, you know, it's something fresh, and it just caught my eye straight away. And it just reminded me of the old days of Team Fortress 2 when the IAM guys were casting it. I was like, we could do something here. Hirez have such an opportunity with this game to make it something so unique, but so familiar, if that's the right phrase to use. And every time I talk about it, I get so excited, and I stutter and I stumble. And it's something I've got to get rid of before we start recording for the documentary and stuff. Now, I physically can't afford to get myself over to Atlanta and stuff to start interviewing them and stuff like that. But what my plans were is to see if I can bribe Dry Bear to sit down with, say, Hindu Man and do an interview for me, and then I'll have that footage, and then I can use that, and we'll piece it in and stuff like that. But we're going to go from Tribes Ascend to Global Agenda. Yeah, we're going to cover all the games and all the aspects of what they're about, what the games are about, and what they mean to the community. And then then we come into the Smite, and we're going to go from day one, early alpha footage, to what it is now. And then, of course, we're going to rumble into the SWC and Hirez's claim to fame into the esports industry, which they started way back in when Tribes Ascend. That's when they first took their steps into esports, when esports was just a baby. And now they're thriving. You know, Smite is a thriving community. Hirez have done incredible work, and now there you go. You know, SWC, it's, you know, ESL whole tournaments, community tournaments, Tier Monster, you know, it's brilliant. And we're gonna go through all of that, and then I was gonna do 2 parts, and then I was told by one of the Hirez guys that they haven't got certain footage from, say, like Tribes and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, right, okay. So what we're going to do is do part 1, where it will be about Tribes, global agenda, what you can do with the games, what they're about, and their sort of esports side of things, what they've had. And then what we'll do from there is switch over to part 2, where it's pure esports. It's all about Paladins. It's all about where the Smite has gone. The Smite community embracing Paladins and stuff like that. And, you know, the Paladin community is such a large genre now, because you've got people coming across from Smite who think, oh, okay, I'll give this game a try, you know, Paladin, see what it's like. And then you've got Team Fortress 2, and you've got the people that want to compare it to Overwatch. And, you know, that's the sort of thing I'm interested in. I love seeing everybody mingle and having their own thoughts. And it's like in Discord daily, we all have a giggle, and we've got to try it. And sometimes there's even fights. I'm telling you, it's weird. But because everybody's so heated about, and they have that love for esports, that they want to voice their opinion, and people don't agree with it, and then they debate it, and then sometimes there's arguments, and, you know, to me, I love all that. I'm not drama, as so to say, but just seeing how people mix with other people, you know, and these people from all over the world. You know, you've got Russians now, you've got people from Brazil, France, Germany, England, the United States, North America, everywhere, Canada. You know, all these people coming together just to play a game. And the best thing about all of this, we may disagree on a lot of things, but if someone needs help, how do I play Barrack? And that's it, boom. Even if these people are crap at playing Barrack, they're throwing it here, try this, see if you can do it, or go to here, Paladins Top 10, Paladins Guru. And, you know, the community just comes together and they just help each other out. And that's, you know, and this is what made me think, I want to do this documentary. I think this is what's going to happen. I'm trying to get it to about 45 minutes per section, and there's going to be a lot. We're going to record and obviously put it all together and see how long it is, and see if we can upload it and whatnot. We'll go from there. But I think YouTube will only allow like 45 minutes per video, depending on my sort of status. I'm not sure. I know that you used to be only do 10 minutes, and then you got it up to 15. But because I've got monetization and I'm with a partnered network and RPM network and stuff like that, I'll be able to upload higher. And this will be actually on the Fate Media channel, so there'll be a description to that channel in the description section. And please check that out. Subscribe to it so that you get, you know, so you get told what's going on. And you know, this is I want to do this. It's going to cost me a fortune to make, and I know that, but it's something I want to make, and I feel it's going to be worthwhile making. People that I would love to interview is someone like Kret, and here's to why. I've known Kret a long time, not personally. You know, we talk from time to time, but I remember Kret when he was one of my viewers, right? He used to come and watch my viewers. He used to be one of my viewers, and he used to come and watch my streams. Like, and then I'd see him in other people's streams. Oh, hi, Kret, and he'd always come back. And then like he'd get involved with other teams and stuff, and then he worked his way up, and then he went into EGR, and then of course became the coach for Fnatic, and now actually joined Hirez Studios themselves, and of course is now working on Paladins. And that may be wrong. Hopefully I haven't got that information wrong, but that's where my understanding of it is. But to me, I've got a lot of respect for the man, because he worked his ass off to be where he is, you know, and he kept at it, and it paid dividends, and there he is now at Hirez, you know. While the documentary, right, we're just going to move on now to the last section. While the documentary is being made, there will not be the gameplay videos. There'll only be a real talk. Real talk will continue regardless. It'll every Tuesday without fail, but there won't be any gameplay. So that means I'll only have one video uploaded a week while the documentary is being made, because obviously it's going to take a lot of time and effort and money to get things like that. And you know, other things that we're working on, what I'm trying to do for the community is, in August, Gamescom. And now I dare say, if Hirez go, I'm gonna pitch an idea to him where we're gonna get, say, Fate Esports versus Torpedo, or the two top EU teams, or one team from NA and one team from EU. And I'm gonna pitch the idea of having a show match, right? So they do a best of 3 over the span of the week, or however long Hirez are going to be there, where it will be a best of 3 in the survival mode, or best of 3 in the payload, and like we could have Drybear explain each game mode with Kret and Octane Pro and stuff like that, if they go to it. And this is what I would like to do. I see, to me, if I can help and further the exposure that Paladins gets to the world, then I'm happy. You know, that's what I want to do. And I come up with these ideas, believe it or not, while I'm at work at 2 o'clock in the bloody morning. And like I said, I've got people over in Seoul, Korea, who I'm on a WhatsApp group, and they say, "Oh, so how Paladins going, Jay?" Because I've got a couple of friends who work at the GSL, doing all the camera work and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, Jay, you know, how's Paladins? I really want to play it and stuff." So, like, I haven't done any streams because I've got 4 beta keys remaining, and I want to send them to them when they get back to the States so that they can play. So, yeah, I'm definitely spreading the word of Paladins. I've like Seoul, Korea, and there's so many. I mean, the amount of keys I gave away on my streams is incredible, and to this day, there's so many people playing. So anyway, what's happened in the that's everything for that section of the video. This one. What has happened in the competitive scene? Right, so far we've had 404 disbanded. You know, the second biggest name in EU gone. However, there is good. I tried my damnedest to keep these boys together. Trust me, I did. And I was really saddened about it. And angry, believe it or not. Bugsy was like, why are you so angry? We're the ones splitting. Because to me, having Bugsy's name, Fresh Chemo, Mitch, and all these guys, you know, they were big names. They, make no mistake, they'd worked their asses off. They'd made all this happen. And 404 disbanded. Sadly, I am really sad about that. I really am, because like the whole hype about them going from eager to 404, name not found, and all that stuff. Mitch went on a rampage and Reddit, and not Reddit, in what was it? It was, oh yeah, Discord, and got himself banned apparently. And I was like, okay. I think he was, you know, he'd left Discord as a moderator, and I think it was just enough for him. He's like, you know what, I'm done. And I don't blame him, but at the same time, it was really sad to see someone of his caliber leave the community. Hopefully he sticks around, who knows, and later down the line that will come back. Bugsy now formed a brand new team, and the most distinct thing that I've noticed is Undead Pilot. He left and formed his own team, and I'm happy that I could help that. When I say help, we nurtured a couple of guys, Unbelievable and Frosty, into becoming semi-pro players, and you know, I do believe Frosty got picked up by them. No Name, which is Undead Pilot's team name, and it's really good. They've got the banners, they've got everything, and you know what, I'm really happy. Undead deserves it, and you know what, so does the rest of the team. Who's on the team? Undead Pilot, Cage. I'm not going to say your last bit because I can't. If I butcher it, I'm only get spammed in the comments going, Jay, you're butchering more names. No, Cage, Undead Pilot, Skill Cannon, Frosty now, and one other person beginning with C. And I'm not going to say the name because otherwise I'll butcher that too. And it's not that I don't know, it's just I can't pronounce it, and I do apologise there. Right, time. Something I don't do. I don't really want to do this on my Real Talk Show, and I don't want to do it, period. But I'm going to do it. I'm not going to say the person's name, but I was on Reddit, and people who know me, and the majority of people anyway, know me that like my pronunciation, spelling, and grammar is bad because of my dyslexia, and I'm not hiding behind that. I'm just bringing that to the light and to saying, look, I know that I can't do this, and just please bear with me, and I try to improve. But someone on Reddit, I put on a post, like, we were all talking in Discord about mounts and the chicken mount confirmed and everything. So I put on Reddit, I demand, and there's the thing, and then everybody wants the chicken mount or whatever it was. And this guy comes up to me, and he was like, oh, what was it he said? Excuse me. Oh, what was it he said? Demanding things, begging, and asking for upvotes, not to mention poor spelling, won't get you very far, especially on Reddit. And I'm thinking, what? So I put out, I didn't want to comment, and I didn't want to stir it up, and I just went to him, you know what, you realise it was a joke? Yes. Poor spelling, really? And I said, also, do I not recall asking for your approval on something I've writ, right? Especially on bloody Reddit. And nothing wrong with people on Reddit, but they seem to have this moral authority that says, you know, you better get something right, because if you're not, you're going to get jumped on. And I'm just thinking, do yourself a favour, fuck off, you know. And then, I went a little bit far, and I said, if you're so butthurt about it, you might want to get out of your fucking basement that you're living in. And I said, and I didn't want to say that, and I knew when I read it that, what are you doing, Joe? Why are you adhering to this? There's no point. But he'd really pulled something on me that I'm like, how could you be so butthurt over saying one thing? And I was like, everybody else was fine with what I put, and they were all joking and laughing, and this guy's sort of, I'm just thinking to myself, what the bloody hell are you on about? It was clearly meant as sarcastic and a joke, and everybody else took it as such, but this one guy took it, and I was like, go home, just go away. And he really irritated me and knocked me. But sadly, these people do exist, and you know what, bro, I love you, and so does the community. I'm sorry that you saw it that way, and I'm just going to apologise to you now if I upset you, but I think I'll steer clear from Reddit. and I'll just ponder through it because, wow, Reddit, man. But anyway, guys, this has been Real Talk. Thank you ever so much for watching. Remember, if you like the show, please thumbs up, share it, and do all that good stuff. And if you've got any dispute, anything you want to ask for the next Real Talk, leave a comment in the comment section below. All the links to everything I've just said in this video will be in the description below as well. And of course, Paladins Gurus, Paladin Top Decks, check these guys out. They're putting out some hard work, updating their sites and stuff for your viewing pleasure and for pro builds and stuff like that. And you know what? I really hope you did enjoy this Real Talk. There's a lot to go through this one, and I didn't have a guest on this week because obviously I wanted to get back to my roots. Me bitching and moaning, you know, do that every day. But you know, yeah. So thank you ever so much for watching. Remember, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. It does help. And if you don't like the video, thumbs down. You know, that helps the video as well. Either way, I win. But you know what? Thank you ever so much for watching. I will see you next time.